once you guys click on the TBSA team practice, this is all the options that you'll have. So you can book in 30-minute increments and an hour increment. If you want to do a 2-hour practice, you would book 2 1-hour increments in here. The reason that we broke it down like that, just did 1 hour and 30 minutes, because we just didn't want to add so many options. So if we did like 2 hours for everything, there'd be like 5 more events on there for you guys to choose from. That just gets a little overwhelming. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. So again, if you want to do 2 hours, you just need to book these twice. Like you'd have to book this 1-hour bullpen 2 times for you to get that 2-hour time slot. Most of you guys are going to be obviously doing cage rentals. You may do a bullpen, obviously. You can always add that. So if I want to add, let's say 1-hour cage rental. And again, this is just the half cage. Like this is just the 35-foot cage. So if you wanted like a full thing, if you wanted 2 of them, you'd have to book 2 of those to get both of those cages. So this is just going to be the one, and it's the 35-foot. So when these all have the dividers, there will be 6, and so that's how it's broken down in here. Is there's 6 cages, and that's how it it'll book.
Yeah, guys, that's for now. Like the last place, basically had 3 cages. You put dividers on it. Now, like getting your heads at 6 cages.
6
you have
cages,
to utilize all the space for the older kids or any softball, I guess, and baseball. You want to do live pitching? Think about that. Book the whole thing. If you're only gonna do live pitching for 15 minutes at the end, only book that at the end. Don't take up all the space. I recommend just using, when you book, I'd take that whole cage for your team, even if you want 2 cages. And then at the end, you can just move the divider out of the way and use it. Right.
Yeah. And I did set it up where the bullpen, I did have just 1 lane, because let's say, you only have 1 pitcher pitching at a time, and there's another team in here and they need to use the other lane, then they can book the other lane. You obviously can book both, but we just set it up this way so that you could have 2 different pitchers from 2 different teams pitching if you had 2 teams in here at once. So what you would do then is you push on book. It's going to take, so it has my profile that comes up. It'll be your name, obviously, when you see it. You have unlimited sessions in here. So every coach has unlimited sessions. So you're not going to have like a limit on how many times or how many sessions that you book. So then you'll go to schedule sessions, and this is where you'll see the calendar. So you'll be able to look and see, this is for December. You can see all these openings. So anything that has a blue means it's open, and you can click on it. So if I want to do Wednesday, December 2nd, I can go here, and now I can see all the time slots that are available. We have them in 15-minute increments. So if you needed to start at 1:15, you could do that. We set it up that way too because for the TBSA member rentals, we have those in 15-minute increments. Because a lot of times when individuals are coming here, they're going to hit for 15 minutes, they're going to go pitch for 15, they're going to do fielding for 15. They're not typically hitting for the full hour. So we wanted to give people the option to book just 15-minute increments if they wanted to do that for the members. So that's why it's kind of broken down this way. So if I choose the time, let's say 2:15, I then go to book, and now I'm booked. And it will show down here when my time is. So I booked 1 hour, so it doesn't say like 2:15 to 3:15, but you did book an hour. So it would start at 2:15 and then it would go to 3:15. And it does also send you an email confirmation. So if you are unsure and you don't have access to your account at that time, you can go back in your emails and see, okay, yeah, I booked it this time on this day.
It says at the top right there, so
Yeah.
1 hour.
Yep, 1 hour, yep.
Just so you can.
And so you can keep doing this. So after I book that one, let's say I want to book Friday, and I want to book 10:30. Booked it there. And it showed up here. So when you log into your account, you're going to be able to see all of those practices that you scheduled in there and all the times. And it's that simple. I mean, so you could literally, like tonight even, you could go home and you can put them all in for the next 3 months. And you could see them all listed right here. If you have to cancel, you can just push the X, remove booking, and you would push submit. Now that canceled my practice. And that's going to send Scott and John, it's going to send them an email notification saying also that they canceled.
Does that sync to your own calendar as well?
It doesn't, unfortunately, but there is an app, so I would highly recommend everybody, including the parents, to download the app. Not that you can't access it like on a browser on your phone, but it doesn't work as well. Like the app works really well. And it would kind of serve as like almost like a Google Calendar. Like that's kind of what it looks like when you download the app. And you can book from your app too. So that'll make it a little easier.
Is there a master calendar where you can see what is not available, what is available?
There
Red, black,
is
green, whatever.
there is a calendar. I don't know though if in your guys' view that you would be able to see that. Let me go back to the home page and see like the dashboard.
Once something's booked for that time, though, will it remove that slot out of there? So it
Yes.
won't even be
So
available.
it's gonna show only the available
Yeah.
time.
Yes. So when you go to that calendar and you go to book the times, it will tell you whether or not. I mean,
Like
it
tea
will
time.
not have the option for you to
Online.
book that time.
These instructions apply equally for parents
Right.
who are trying to come in and use a cage with
Right.
their kids.
Correct.
So they can go and use the same walkthrough, the same mechanics.
Yep.
Whatever's available is gonna show, what's not available won't show.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so for like the cage rentals, there's 6 cages, and the way that we have it set up is that there's 6 resources basically that are attached to that event. So it's going to go in order. So if you booked 2 1-hour cages, that's going to book you at cage 1 and cage 2. And then it's going to go, then whatever available in that time slot will be cage 3, cage 4, cage 5, cage 6. And so it's going to go down in order in that way. That's how we'll book it. And so that way, you know, it's not going to obviously book it out for that whole time. Like it's going to be like there'll still be resources available for another team to book at that time slot with the remaining resources that are available.
Or is 1 and 2 in the same 70-foot structure, and then 3 and 4?
I don't know, Scott. Is that
If not,
we can rearrange the resources in there. So if it's not like 1 and 2 are in the same cage, we can then rearrange it so that it goes in order of what that cage would be in. So if it's 1 and 5, we could have those back to back, so you would be booking them simultaneously.